I'm assuming that most people out there would agree with this meme right here. At least the parts of this is not the only reality, whether you think it's heaven or hell or different dimensions, multiverse, whatever. We can all agree, right? This is not the only reality. All right. Well, let me ask you all a question. What if the government figured out a way to boost human consciousness? Like enough for people to see beyond the physical, feel thoughts, or even sense time differently. Do you think they would share it with the world or bury it? Now, since a lot of y'all have been asking me to go a little deeper on this, here's the cliff notes of this version, part they don't teach you in school, because that's exactly what happened in the Soviet Union. Let me show you why the Soviets shut this research down. This right here, this is Nikolai Kozyrev, one of the greatest astrophysicists Russia ever produced. This man right here, he predicted the moon's magnetic fields, and I'm talking about years before they even went to the moon. Bullshit! But what the public never heard is what he discovered about time itself. And you throw in human consciousness? You know Kozyrev? He believed time wasn't just a clock. It was energy, a force you could feel, measure, and even interact with.
What if time isn't just something we measure, but something we can actually control? Soviet astrophysicist Nikolai Kozyrev had a radical idea. What if time is an energy field, and we can interact with it? Kozyrev's theories suggested that time itself has a flowing force that could be influenced by consciousness. Before he could test his theory, he was silenced. Years later, Russian scientists built Kozyrev Mirrors, giant curved metal chambers designed to focus and amplify this energy. And the results? Subjects reported visions of the past and future, increased intuition, telepathy, and unexplained biological effects. Some researchers even observed gravity distortions inside the mirrors. The Russian experiments confirmed Kozyrev's theories, but the world was never supposed to know. Were they unlocking the true nature of time, or were they playing with something beyond our understanding?
You see, when people stepped inside this thing, they just didn't relax. They saw visions. They felt time slow down. They had out-of-body experiences, right? Reported telepathy? Yeah. Okay. And I ran across a few subjects that did actually break down emotionally. But from what I read, nobody died, nobody was physically harmed, and nobody was dragged off into a mental institution, okay? The ones that did struggle, they were not possessed and they weren't attacked, okay? Their consciousness, it expanded faster than they were ready for. Real talk, okay? And the ones that are talking in my comment section about demons and they saw demons and all this other stuff, I need y'all to understand something, okay? This whole experience depends on the state of mind that that person is in, right? And it's a lot, like their beliefs, their fears, their background, their mental health, their expectations, right? All of this shapes their vision, right? So if a person goes into this terrified, ungrounded, or carrying a lot of heavy trauma, chances are they might project some outward fear. Does that make sense? But it doesn't mean that demons are waiting for them. The truth is, what you see in an amplified state is a reflection of your own consciousness. Some see beauty, some see memories, some see symbols, and some, well, they see their own shadows. But that's all part of being human. I'm going to tell you one thing, though. Light will always outshine darkness, no matter what. And when you stand on truth, when you stand in awareness, and when you remember that you are a divine fractal of Source itself, there's nothing in that state that can hurt you. Remember all the stuff that we talked about, guys. These aren't rumors. These are actually documented experiments from the Russian Academy of Sciences. So do your own research about the torsion field experiment, the Kozyrev Mirrors trials. But I really have to ask the question, what did they really discover about consciousness that the rest of the world really ain't ready for? So what do y'all think? Were they tapping into a hidden force of nature or unlocking a part of the human mind that we actually forgot we had? Drop your thoughts, your questions, your theories, hell, even your doubts in the comment section, okay? Because the deeper we dig, the stranger it becomes. I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole.